Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to State of the Nation, where we take an honest and unfiltered look at the true state of this country. If you enjoy the conversation, please subscribe and turn on notifications. We want to build a community for all South Africans that transcends race and gender and adds positively to the national dialogue. Yesterday, the Education Quality Assurance Council approved the 2022 National Senior Certificate results. The approval came despite a large cheating scandal being swept under the carpet and the baffling case of an unsolvable question finding its way into the math paper. The Council's approval now paves the way for nervous students to get their results finally. The Minister of Basic Education will put on a show, announce the result, and pretend that education in this country is not a disaster. The ANC will do its best to make the figures look good, and one of its key strategies has been to lower the pass rate to the point that failure is almost impossible. For a student to pass grade 12, they only need to score 40% in their home language and 2 other subjects, and 30% in another 3 subjects. The so-called 30% pass rate was instituted purely to save the ANC the embarrassment of a low pass rate, but it came at the expense of actual education. Once again, the ANC put self-interest ahead of the national good. 30% cannot be considered a pass by any reasonable standard. It means you know less than a third of the work. Instead of dealing with the shortcomings in education, the ANC lowered the pass rate and then pretended that education was working. What is more concerning to me is what message this pass rate sends to young people. If we tell children that 30% is good enough, we are setting them up for a lifetime of underachieving. As I thought about it, I realized that the problem with education is systemic of a bigger problem. The ANC has turned us from a nation that values meritocracy to one that accepts mediocrity. This is evident in every aspect of society. Just consider those appointed to cabinet. Most ministers have not reached that position because they are best in their field. The same goes for ANC placements in municipalities and state-owned entities. The ANC has taken meritocracy off the table and told us to be satisfied with mediocrity. Somehow, we have become a country that accepts incompetent ministers, dysfunctional municipalities, corrupt officials, and broken service delivery. 30% is not only the pass rate for grade 12, it is now the best we can expect from anything in this country. We need to make serious changes in this country, and we need to start demanding more. We must teach the youth that 30% is not good enough, not in a test, or in life. If South Africa is to reach its potential, we must reject mediocrity and embrace meritocracy. It's time to stop being a 30% country. On that note, please support this channel by liking, subscribing, and joining in the conversation by leaving a comment. If you want to know more about what is happening in the world, check out our sponsor's book, The Ministry of Truth, by Ethan Quinn. This book explains how identity politics is used to manipulate society.
Despite the propaganda, this is not a struggle between people of diverse cultures, races, or genders. In reality, the culture war is taking place to decide the fundamental question of our time: what sort of society do we want?